My name is Eliza Fournier. I'm the manager of community gardening at the Chicago Botanic Garden. With World Environment Day coming up, we thought we'd give you some easy and fun tips to try to go more green in your garden. So we're going to talk about several things, but all of these we want to stress are very simple and easy for you to do at home, and they'll even help reduce the amount of money you're spending in the garden. So I know a lot of us are thinking about what we want to plant on our porches, things like that, and we have to spend a lot of money on potting soil. We also might have a lot of these types of materials laying around at our house. You can go ahead and fill the bottom of your pot with these types of materials and then fill it with potting soil, thereby saving a lot of potting soil and then also keeping these from going into the landfill. The next thing, a lot of us have a problem with weeds and bugs in our garden that we really don't want to have there. We also don't want to be using a lot of toxic chemicals that our kids or our pets might be around. So I'm going to give you a recipe for a very easy and non-toxic herbicide. So a gallon of white vinegar, a cup of salt. You're going to mix those two together and boil them on the stove until the salt dissolves. You're going to let that mixture cool and then add a few drops, 3 drops of soap. Put that in your handy dandy little spray bottle here, and you can go to town on the dandelions and weeds in your garden. The one thing you want to make sure to not do though is spray this on the plants that you do love, because it will have the same effect on them as it does on the weeds. It will kill them. If you want to kill some nasty pests in your garden, there's another very easy formula for that. You're just going to put like a teaspoon of this, so if you're shaving this off, you just take a little chunk like that, to a quart of water. With this, you're going to use a tablespoon to a quart of water, and you're going to put it in here and spray away. Again, be sparing with this. Another thing, another really great tip, a lot of us spend a lot of money on tools. Sometimes we think it's good to go out and buy cheap tools because we're saving money, right? Well, cheap tools we're just going to end up having to buy again and again. They're going to go in the garbage and they're going to be ending up in the landfill. A great way to go green is to spend the money on a really good, high quality tool and then maintain it. So a great way to maintain it is by using a couple of really easy tools. A little bit of lubricant, like a WD-40 type product, and a file can go a long way towards easing the work that you have to do and making your tools last for a really long time. A lot of us probably have a fantastic collection of these little items in our potting sheds, in our backyards, in our garages. Very, very, very few municipalities will accept these in the recycling bin. So what we have to do is you can take them to a nursery that will accept them, which requires a little bit of research by you, or you can bring them to World Environment Day, and we'll take any collection that you have. Finally, we get to the fun stuff, the plants in your garden. Now, a lot of us who have ornamental gardens think, oh, sometimes we think of natives as, oh, maybe they look weedy. Just because you're planting natives in your garden doesn't mean you have to have an entire garden full of natives. Think about incorporating a couple of beautiful varieties into your planting scheme, and they will add birds, butterflies, all different kinds of pollinators to your yard and your mini ecosystem that you're creating. This gorgeous plant is a baptisia, or a false indigo, and it is just gorgeous. That's going to be a very large scale plant blooming in the summer. We also have a gorgeous columbine, which is a spring bloomer for sun or shade. And then we have an echinacea. He's going to be blooming in the middle of summer, late summer to fall. All are great attractors for birds, butterflies, and are very low maintenance, so it's going to save you time in the garden. Finally, a great way to go green is by planting edibles in your own yard. Our food travels a long way to get to us, and what better way to reduce our carbon footprint by just stepping out the back door and getting the ingredients for a fantastic salad. Here we have some lettuce, kale, parsley, and some marigolds, which many of you may not know are edible, and they also help deter insects naturally from your garden. So all of those would be a fantastic, low maintenance, easy way to start growing edibles in your garden. Hope you've gotten some great tips, and hope you'll come out and see us at World Environment Day. Thanks.